Y'all, come on in, come on in, come on in, my kings and queens, my beautiful royal angels, my gorgeous, gorgeous butterflies. Y'all already know what time it is. It's Sip, Sage, and Manifest with Diamond Song on this sensational Sunday. How is everybody doing? Y'all already know what I like. Hit the like and the share button for me, please, and run that stream up. And feel free if you want to bless the channel, you can. If not, it's not mandatory. But if it touches your heart, you can do so. I got SARS. You can hit the cash app over here, super stickers, super chats, all that good stuff. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna still give you 100% me. How are y'all doing on today? Come on in and let's talk about it, baby. Let's talk about it, okay? Let me fix this. Here we go. Come on in and say hello. Talk to me. I definitely talk back. Hey Tracy B. How you doing, beautiful? Hey Sunshine Chronicles. Oh, you miss me, Tracy? Well, I'm back, baby. I'm back. I am definitely back. I miss you too. Over here, y'all already know what to do. Run that stream up, hit that like and the share button, please. Let's get those shares up if you don't mind. That's all I require. Hey, Michaela, how you doing? Hey, Drea Queen, finally caught me live. Hey, baby. Thank you. I feel amazing, even though I know this is going to be a very tough and trying week for me because I have court this week for my son because his murderer is asking for a bond. I don't know why, but he is. But we know that's not going to happen because we know God is going to deliver in our favor. That way, that part and definitely in that order. So we're not going to even stress over things that we cannot control. Ain't that right, y'all? We're just not going to do it. Y'all, we got 9 people over there on YouTube. Please hit the like button. And if you're in the bushes, because I know it's plenty of y'all in the bushes, hit that like button for me, please. Who else we got over here? Hey, Angela, how you doing, sweetheart? Come on in, baby. Come on up in here to the Royal Palace. Y'all, I was sitting out here. I'm sitting outside now, and it's just still, even though we just had a storm and it was a real rough storm. It's still beautiful out here. Hey Greg, how you doing? We got kings up in here today. All right, king up in the palace. We love when the kings come. Hey Lori B. Yeah, he do got some nerve drill. It's August 6th will make 2 years. And um instead of him deciding whether or not he's gonna plea out or we're gonna take it to trial. He asking for a bun. No, baby, let's get this over with. Let's get it over with and done. So yeah, he does have some nerves, and why are we still dragging this out? It is what it is. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. It's gonna do what it's gonna do. You didn't have to do what you did, y'all. I heard some new music that I hadn't heard from my son. My son has so much music out here. Hey Sharita, and I already had a favorite one, but now I definitely got a favorite one. Cause I used to always be like, "Son, you always doing music, but I don't never hear you say nothing about your mama." But baby, he called his mama out by her whole full government and his daddy. Okay, it's a beautiful thing. So I had got a drive so I can put all his music on. Because we had some people trying to steal his music as well, which I think is crazy. Thank you for the stars, Sharita. I appreciate it. Hey, Alice, baby, trying to steal his music. Don't do that. Don't do that. Hey, Miss Sonia, how you doing, gorgeous? Okay, baby. All right, Angela. I hope it goes. So Charles, so he can get the maximum that part. Me too. He deserves to get the maximum, whatever that is they want to give him. Um, hey Sandra, how you doing, beautiful? So y'all, when I was sitting here and I'm sitting out here, the storm has passed, and it was really bad. I saw it when it was coming, y'all, and something just came to me. Well, you know, um, because God be talking to me all the time, and I was like, That storm sure didn't last long. But it was real bad, y'all. Wind blowing, trees coming down, rocks hitting the car, all kind of stuff, y'all. I'm serious. And you know what? That's how it is in our life when we're going through storms. It seems like everything is coming at you. It seems like you being pulled every which way but the right way. It seems like trees, the obstacles, that's the trees falling in your path to keep you from moving forward, or to keep you at a standstill, because when there's storm and we try to get somewhere and sit down, right? They tell us get somewhere and sit down, especially when it's a risk. So y'all can still hear the thunder and everything, but I'm out here in it, baby. I'm just loving it. You see what I mean? So, and they tell you to get somewhere, and then it halts your plans. You might have been planning a barbecue that day. You might have been planning an outside wedding, or you might have been planning your children's birthday party at the park, but then it starts storming and you can't do it. So when the storm comes, it halts a lot of things. It stops a lot of things. But the storms don't last always, and storms are not always bad. Y'all see, I'm still sitting out here, and so we got another round, baby. That was just the first round. It don't last always. So even though something might be in your way, or you feel like you being pulled every which way but the right way, just hold on. Just continue to hang on in there, because the storm is gonna pass and your way is gonna be clear. Maybe it's something that God needed to he just needed to wash everything up out of your way so that you can have a clear path, a clear vision, a clear mind, a clear spirit, a clear heart, in order to move forward. Because sometimes you need that moment just to see, hey, what is my next move? What is it that I need to do? Because sometimes we get to moving too fast. And God be saying, all I need to sit you down because I need to talk to you for a minute. And sometimes those storms, sometimes we need those storms. Those storms will get you right back on track. Am I right or wrong? Those storms will get you right back on track real quick. Sometimes you need a storm so you can just sit down when if most of the times when a storm happens, the light's gonna go off. Your power out, so if you ain't charged up your phone, you're not gonna be on your phone. You can't watch TV. All you can do is just sit in silence and just let God minister to you. Sometimes that's the best time. The best time when you can really clearly hear his voice, hear what he has to say. And that's when you really be praying the most, because you be like, Lord, please don't let the tornado come and tear down my house. Or Lord, keep us safe during this storm. That's when you go to praying for real. But he wants us to pray all the time, not just when it's a storm, and not just when things are going wrong in our life, not just when we are facing obstacles. He wants us to give him praise and worship him even when things are going right in our life. When everything is going right, your money flow, your finances are good, you got a home, a roof, and everybody happy. He wants you to praise him right then too. He don't want you to wait till something happens and then here you go calling on him. He wants you to call on him all the time. Yes, ma'am. Tracy said we need quieting down and slow down. We do. We do. Y'all don't see my hearts and my thumbs up. Y'all know how we got this thing, how we do over here on Facebook. Keep that streamer going, baby. We got to keep that. We got to stay in the lickable rhythm. And sometimes we need that quiet time. Sometimes we need that where we have to stop and reflect. And a lot of times when those storms come, it's something that you need to see, something that you need to figure out. He needs to get your attention, because maybe you're doing something that you're getting off track. Sometimes that wind that's blowing from that storm to push you right back on track where you need to be. And you be like, Lord, if you just let this storm pass over, I'm going straight to my destination. I'm going on in the house. Lord, just let me make it to the house. Y'all, I'm one of them ones, especially if I'm traveling and it's raining and I'm on the highway. I be praying, Lord, just keep me covered. I can't see. I be telling God to hold the rain till I get to where I said, Lord, you ain't got to stop it. Hey, Sheila, baby. I said, you ain't got to stop it, but just let me make it to my destination before you let it pour down. Y'all see that? That's what I say. So Sometimes you gotta wither through the storm. Storms don't last a long time. See what I mean? Thank you, Tracy B. See, I'm out here with it. Lightning and thundering with electronics. I ain't worried. It's beautiful. It's still beautiful. All of it is beautiful. People think, oh, that's a bad thing. No, it's still just beautiful. The breeze, it feels so good. It was so hot earlier, y'all. Now it feels so good because the rain has came and just cooled everything. The storm, rather, because it was a storm. I'm talking about rocks flying, leaves flying, trees flying, pouring how you down, pouring down till you can't see. And when storms come in your life, you can't see because you can't even focus. God had a way of slowing us down. He does have a way of slowing us down. And sometimes he got to let them storms happen. Because sometimes we'll get too beside ourselves and we want to do what we want to do and we make plans. It ain't always your plan. It ain't always our plan. Y'all know how y'all make plans, but that wasn't none of God's plan. You better made a plan and you better put it into action. But it wasn't none of God's plan. It wasn't the plan that He had for you. And sometimes we think we got the best plan in the world, but it's not better than what God has for us. He has something greater because if we go be picked, we'll go pick the most mediocre plan there is. But God wants us to think outside of the box. Hey, Sandra, He wants us to think outside of the box. He wants us to stop putting him inside of a box and limiting what he can do because we serve an awesome God and he can do all things. So if you're going through a storm, because I'm not going to hold y'all too much longer, I'm going to come back later on though. So if you're going through a storm, just remember that it doesn't last always. Just remember to just wither through the storm. You can make it. Because a lot of the times we have shelter. God is our shelter through the storm. Any storm you're going through, as long as you're putting God first and you're seeking Him, it might be rough, it might be hard, and you be like, "Oh Lord, it's just everything hit me at one time." But all the while it's hitting you, you still haven't failed completely under because God has His hands on you. He is your shelter in the storm. He still has that umbrella over your crown, keeping you protected from all hurt, harm, or danger. So that treat and fail, you can he give you vision, discernment, so you can see it, and you know that you got to go around it. If you got to, sometimes you got to leave some stuff. You might have to leave your car because it ain't nowhere going around, and you won't have to crawl across it. Sometimes you got to leave certain things, people, places, and things, so that you can get to your next destination, even in the midst of the storm. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Sometimes I be talking in parables, but I be trying to make it so everybody can understand. Apply it to your daily life. You going through a storm. Sometimes you got to look at what you have in your life that might be attributing to the storm that you're going through. And you can't you in order for you to get past the storm, you got to let some things go. You might have to let whatever it is that's attributing to your storm, you might got to let that go so you can go on and move past the storm. You can come back for it later if that's what need be, but if not, we're gonna go on and do something different. Thank you, Sheila Davis. Lisa says say it. Tracy B said, hit that like button for our queen. Thank you so much, Tracy. I appreciate you, beautiful. Even in the ones in the bushes. Hit that like button. Y'all, I got super stickers and super chats and all that good stuff. Feel free to use it if you like. And it's the truth. Trouble don't last always, y'all. And all storms are not meant to harm you. Some storms come to get your attention. Some storms come to, you know, put you back in alignment. Some storms, it might seem as if, you know, you done lost a lot. But some storms you gotta go through so God can send you that help that you need. He wanna send you some extra help, some extra favor. When them storms come through and they tear people houses and they've been lost everything. everything. But then you got these agencies and you got other people that love God so much that they want to help the people that has been affected by the storm, and they come in and they do a whole lot of things. So you don't never know where your help gonna come from, and sometimes you gotta go through that storm in order to receive that help, the right help. Because you can be going through a storm and people be saying, I got to, I can't help you, or I got to make sure I'm good. But God will send you the right help in that storm. Because then I tell you, God is your shelter in the midst of your storm. And after every storm, there is a rainbow, baby. Whether through that storm, it's not gonna last. That storm gonna be over before you can even blink your eye. You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be still standing. Even if you might have lost some things, God might have to take that away from you so he can rebuild you better than you was before. He might want to give you some new things, and as long as you're holding on to those old things, how can you receive anything that God has for you? You can't. So we get so comfortable with what we already have when God wants to give us more. And sometimes he just got to move that stuff out the best way he know how. Because if not, we'll still be holding on to it. And he said, I'm trying to bless her. I want to give her something greater. I want to give her something different. I want to give her what she's been asking for. But we still holding on to those things that we should have been let go of long time ago. God got a way of doing what he need to do for you. Even when you sometimes we don't understand. You don't never know when you'll get a little warning about a storm. And then you be saying, is it coming my way? Because some storms might pass over you, baby. Or y'all ever slept through the storm? God has to reset us. I'm trying to tell you, Lisa. Y'all ever slept through the storm? Honey, I done slept through a plenty. I was in the storm and slept through it. I slumbered real peacefully because God had his covering. He was my covering in my storm. Even in life, I done went through some storms, and baby, I done slept peacefully through all the things that I was going through because I knew that God was my refuge. He was my protection, and he wasn't gonna let me down. I might have got a little wet, but that's okay. Water ain't never hurt nobody. I think we all can use a little bit of that. That water didn't do nothing but come and cleanse off the rest of the residue, baby, mixed on in with your tears. So if you didn't want nobody to see that you was crying, and mixed on in with your tears, baby, wipe your face. Storms don't last very long. Wither through, press on, and guess what? You're gonna get to the other side. It's gonna be all right, and everything gonna resume back to normal, probably better than before. Especially, I'm hearing God talking to me now. He's talking about a strong foundation. You got to have a strong foundation. A lot of places you can see they be tore up from the ground up, but if it's a strong foundation, all the other parts of that home might have been tore up, but guess what? That foundation is still there because it was a strong foundation. And when I'm talking about a strong foundation, on the other end, I mean a strong foundation with God. When you got that, you that prayer warrior, you stay praying and you stay talking to God, and can't nothing move you. You know that God can do all things, and he has kept you in the midst of all the storms and everything that you've been through. He still got his hands on you. He protects you from all things. That's a strong foundation. You have a strong foundation with God when you can have that one-on-one and you can go talk to him. Because I'm telling you, I'd have been in some situations where I go tell God, I said, God is getting real, real bad right now. I need you. My auntie used to laugh at me, y'all. My auntie used to laugh at me. But this one, it was getting real serious when I was just like, felt like I couldn't take no more. I would tell God, I said, God, I need you to come off your, hey, sweetie, you looking so amazing. I used to thank you, darling. I used to tell God, I need you to come off your throne and sit beside me and talk to me right now because I need you more than I need you real, real bad. Now, peace be still. You understand what I'm saying? Talk to him. He listens. You don't even know you done been through a storm because God been so good to you. He done kept you covered. You can make it through anything and through all things, anything that come your way. Guess what? You will survive. You can push through. You know how to wither through any storm because you done faced so many in life. You, oh, that's just a storm. Ain't y'all see I'm outside? Y'all hear the thunder? Y'all done seen the lightning? I'm right out here with it. I was gonna do my live on the inside, and I said, "No, I want to do it on the outside. It feels so good, and it's just still beautiful, even though a storm just passed." God is so amazing and so awesome. Hey, Nikki Bentley, thank you, beautiful. Bye, Antoinette. Have a beautiful Sunday, darling. So, y'all, don't be afraid of the storm. Storms come so you can, he can, got some God be wanting to get your attention. He gonna bring you through it. You just gotta hold on and make sure your foundation is strong so that you can make it. You can't give up. I told y'all this when you really want to throw in the towel at the last minute. And but you decide that you push through. That's when it really counts. That's when it really counts. That's when God said, wow. And he moved, he performed some miracles out of no way for you because you didn't give up. Your faith was so strong. That's your foundation. That's your foundation, your faith, your favor. If I don't have nothing else, I got faith. My faith has always been strong, y'all. I'm talking about real strong. If I ain't have nothing else, y'all can take anything y'all want to take from me. I don't care. You can put me on the street, but guess what? My faith would never waver. I stand on God's promises. I stand on it because I know He ain't gonna lie to me. I know He's not gonna abandon me. I know He just not gonna do that to me. I tell anybody you can have anything you want, but my faith you can never, never, never touch. I don't care what I'm going through. My faith is gonna remain strong. And all you need is faith the size of a mustard seed. You don't need nothing but a teeny, 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 teeny little bit. That faith will take you many, many places. That faith will open up doors for you that you thought wasn't even possible for them to open. Baby, that faith will take the hinges off those doors for you. I have, Sheila. Hey, Dorothy, how you doing, gorgeous? It's the truth, y'all. So don't worry about them storms. Weather through the storms. They don't last long, baby. After that storm, watch what happens. You don't know how God is covering you, what kind of help He's sending you. Yes. Through any disaster, God is that person that's going to bring it all together and is going to give you more than what you lost, honey. And sometimes it takes that. It takes that. Sometimes it takes losing some things to understand what's really important, what's really valuable in your life. Some people don't value nothing at all. They don't value themselves. They don't value others. They don't value their families. They don't even value their children. But it takes losing something. And then you got some people when they lose something and they still don't change. Something is truly wrong with those type of people. Y'all know what's wrong with them. Their spirit ain't right. If you can lose something so valuable that was so valuable to you that you love so much and it don't change you, it don't make you stop and say, hey, maybe I need to do something different. If it didn't affect you in no kind of way to want to do better or want to have a bigger heart, something is wrong with you. If it didn't say, hey, you know what, God, I hear what you're trying to tell me. I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna turn it around to something beautiful, to something wonderful. Dorothy said, wow, Diamond, I was listening to my pastor today online. And he was talking about foundation and things. You're talking about confirmation. God is good all the time. All the time. I took a lot of losses. A lot of different things happened to me, and that just made me be a different person and to think differently. But especially when I was losing, like my daddy, my brother, my uncles, and my son. There was no way that I could have came on here acting no fool. I refuse to tarnish their names like that. I refuse to have a legacy linked to my son be tarnished by anybody. I wanted to stand for something. I wanted to mean something. So when you see me, you think about my son. When you see the work that I'm doing, you think about my son. When you see me, you see how great God is because He's working through me. I'm a vessel. I don't take no credit for none of this. I'm just a vessel to be used by Him, and that is it, and that is all. That way, that part, and definitely in that order. Hey, Neville's baby. So watch out. When you see people that are still just so miserable and full of hatred, they could have been went through God to save their life. They could have been pronounced DOA at the hospital, but God then brought them back. And they come back doing the same thing they was doing, even worse. Something is wrong. They didn't value God at all. They didn't value that He gave them another chance to correct some things. God gives some of us time to come back and correct some things where we might have messed up because no one is perfect. Correct it. It's simple. But when you see somebody go through a life-changing situation that could have took them out and they get another chance and then they change their lives, they don't talk the same no more, they don't think the same no more, they don't act the same no more, you better know that God is all in that. And they are grateful. Gotta start being grateful of the chances that God allows us to have. We definitely do. Hey Janice, baby, how you doing? Y'all run those hearts up for me. I'm not gonna be here too much longer. Some get second chances and some don't. Exactly. Before my brother left here, he had a chance to correct some things. Before my son left here, he corrected a lot of things. Friends, that had did things to him. He forgave them and moved on. Why would you want to leave this earth with hatred in your heart against somebody else, even if they might have done something to you and you had every justifiable right to feel the way you feel? Why carry that in your heart? It's not hurting them. They don't care. It's only hurting you. Why would you dirty up your soul or your spirit with the evil that they trying to transfer to you? Why? It's not worth it. Forgive them and move on. Don't have to be that way. You ain't got to deal with them no more. But you can forgive them and move on. Vengeance is mine, said the Lord. Let your heart and your conscience and your spirit be clear. Let it be clear. Yeah. I hope y'all enjoyed that message on today. But it's hurt me to see him go. Who knows? Mm. What you talking about, Neville's baby? Y'all see how calm it is out here? When it was just raging and a roaring. It's so calm. Calm. My son. Oh yeah. Me too. But look what's came out of it. I have so much love on this social media. I have reached so many people. Um, so many other wonderful things have happened. So I don't look at it. I look at it differently. He's on your fireplace, girl, my baby, all around the house, Nibbles. We miss him so much. Yes, we do. But a lot of good came from it. I couldn't focus on what Satan wanted me to focus on, which was my son is no longer here. I couldn't hold all that anger in my heart, that bitterness. No, I had to be on the mission that I had already started before my son left. And he's happy. He's proud of me. And he passed that torch and I got to continue to carry it on. So many wonderful things. His dad, the relationship with his daughter. Kayla loves her papa. So many beautiful things came from it. I got to see just how much love my son had while he was living. God bless you with too many people to focus on the bad. Exactly. Get it together. God is the answer to all things. Love you. I love you too, beautiful. So y'all know I'm gonna take y'all with me Wednesday. I had y'all in my pocket. But I'll take y'all with me because I'm gonna need y'all to pray for Papa because this will be his first time going, and I don't know how that's gonna go. I don't know. Kayla is doing awesome. Kayla's with us right now. Kayla is doing awesome. Yes, she is. I love you too, beautiful. And thank you so much for your support and your love. I thank you all, and I hope that you all continue to have an amazing, amazing, amazing day. And I appreciate y'all so much for joining me. And thank you for the super chats. Thank y'all over here for running it up. Thank you for sharing, hitting the like button, and all of that. I appreciate everything y'all do because it all matters to me and it counts. Thank y'all so much. I love y'all. Continue to enjoy your evening.